Hello students, welcome to the ethics class. Now we will discuss 2016 question 10. This is the first part of the question. This is the second part. So you need to suggest a policy, compensation cum rehabilitation policy, and how would you approach the problem and what would be main elements in your suggested policy. So you should have already attempted the question first. Then you should watch the video. So approach and elements. Primarily all these policies fail because there is no tribal participation. So first thing we need is first and most important thing, tribal led policy, planning and execution. And all points of policy need to be approved by Gram Sabha after thorough discussion. When someone's life, livelihood, community and environment links are being uprooted completely, it should not be done without their permission. That is the more basic point. If you are uprooting their entire life, community ties and environment ties, even hurting their livelihood significantly, then it should not be done without their permission. It cannot be called development. No development process to be done which was not agreed to by tribals. There should be less ambiguity in policy. The policy should be simple, transparent and objective with easily verifiable standards. If there is ambiguity, it would become very difficult to enforce the policy later. It would also become very difficult for tribals to interpret. So policy should be simple, transparent and objective. And infrastructure, other facilities and industries needed for rehabilitation need to be built first. First we need to build these facilities. It's not like first we'll tell tribals to go away and then they do not have even basic facilities or livelihood or etc. It is not how it should continue. First these facilities need to be built, then tribals have to rehabilitate, then the project needs to be started. It's not like you will expel them without humanity or empathy. So they need to be built first before development project so that these services are available on relocation. Such processes should not start later or after relocation. Industries based on and close to traditional livelihood activities to be developed and given priority. So the industries also should not be some industries which the tribal cannot find employment in, which the tribals cannot shift to. So tribal led industrial planning and execution is required. So industries should be close to the tribal's traditional livelihood. If there is suddenly, if we attract software industries and tell tribals to learn software engineering suddenly, how difficult would it be? Could they learn? So industry should be related to the traditional livelihood activities. For that tribals have to be involved. Without them we cannot identify the skills they have, we cannot identify the industries they want. So they have to be involved to select the industries so that we can plan and execute those industries. And relocation should not be far and it should not be much distinct from their natural habitat so that their ties to forest, environment and forest produce remain intact. And basic facilities like housing, schools, primary health centers, water, etc. should not be compromised and should not be less than the facilities they had before rehabilitation. They can be equal or more since they are most basic facilities and people should not be pushed to below poverty. And when it comes to basic facilities, it cannot be less. You cannot push people to poverty based on development. These basic facilities has to be either equal or they have to be more, because these are the fundamental facilities that we require. So if we see, it comes to around 196 words. It is well within the word limit. So this is how the policy should go. Relocation should be done first, not after. It should not be far and the natural environment should not be very distinct so that the ties to forest produce remain, and basic facilities should not be less because they would be pushed to poverty then, and these are the fundamental facilities. And industry should be, and tribal led planning and execution should be there throughout the policy, even in selecting industries, and they have to be close to traditional industry so that there is not much skill gap. Again, the processes have to, the facility should be done beforehand, then the relocation, then the project should start. And the policy should be very simple, transparent, and objective with verifiable standards. And the all points of policy need to be thoroughly discussed and approved by Gram Sabha. When we are uprooting someone's life completely, they need to give permission. Nothing should be done without their permission, and to get their permission, they need to be fully informed. That's why we need thorough discussion, and the policy and the points need to be approved. So this is all. My elements and approach would be there. If you can think of other points, you can add them. So that is all. Thank you.